Are you over there?
The Power Hour is live. KFAN.com/watch is where you can find us. All thanks to Quantum Fiber, your world unleashed. And we have a high about 29 today. And it's going to get really cold, though, tomorrow night. And we're going to get to 3 below eventually.
What are you, a meteorologist?
Yeah.
He's a meteorologist. I would like you to go to meteorology school. Zach, here's the thing. Here's what we're going to do. You ready? Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Are you listening to me?
I'm.
Everybody out there who we love, listeners, thank you. Or if you know somebody who is a listener who, even if they don't listen, I don't care. You do what you want to do. But listen, we want to send Zacho Directo
to hell
to meteorology school.
Oh.
We want him to get a degree in meteorology. And
we want you out of here.
We need a meteorologist on the show. If you work at a school that teaches meteorology and you want somebody to endorse your school, we are willing to have him do it. All you got to do is teach him to be a meteorologist so he can chase tornadoes and eventually get sucked into one and taken to Zimbabwe.
That's
big.
That's the plan.
That's the plan.
With the technology we have today and the number of outlets and information available, do you actually need to be a meteorologist, or could you just be a trained weather deliverer?
I mean, if possible, I would just like to stand in front of the green screen with the clicker and be like, hey, look at the radar.
Yeah.
It's 20 degrees in Duluth, 14 degrees in Chaska.
That's how you do it?
Thanks for the nod.
Marnie's down there, freezing her butts off.
Don't say butts off.
Oh, you can't say that.
And don't pause after you say Marnie's down there.
And don't say Marnie's down there. Now you made it weird. She's going to look up fake taxi again.
Marnie, stop looking at porn.
That one
I don't think I didn't see a bookmark
cleared my
that side.
search history.
Just said, welcome back, Marnie.
Has any of you ever had chestnuts on an open fire?
Zach.
Okay. No, wait.
My God.
Okay. You know what? I'm not even going to acknowledge the question. No. I'm just going to go into sports. No, hold on. Let it breathe for a second. Thank you, builders and remodelers. We'll get to sports in a moment. Let's go and clear the air. Okay. There's a reason we don't eat chestnuts. Do you know what it is?
No.
Zach?
I don't know where I heard this.
a song about it.
I don't know where do you remember? Does anybody remember where I heard? Did we do this on the air?
No, is there poisonous or something?
No. There was a blight or something like that.
Your butt hurts?
And they became very hard to find, and they never recovered.
I got chestnut trees were destroyed in the late 1800s from a fungal disease.
See, how did I know that?
Yeah, a blight.
How in the sweet hell did I know that?
It says a blight killed some 4 billion American chestnut trees.
How the hell did you not?
I don't know.
I don't know, Margo.
Hawk, you know your blights so well, man.
That's true. Yeah. Well, I grew up with them.
Jesus Christ.
What is happening?
So the song Chestnuts Roasting on an Open Fire, that song was published in 1945.
Is that right?
But this fungus was in the late 1800s. So they must have been roasting chestnuts.
Or maybe Nat King Cole was referring to what Zach was referring to.
Yeah, maybe.
It was very cold back in 1945.
Your mic's on.
But somehow I know this as well, and you guys can look it up, but I don't know where that information came from. But I know that also apparently they're very delicious and much better for you than most nuts.
Which are actually mostly pretty good for you. So that's saying something.
Yeah.
Also, how large are they that you're roasting them on the fire? We like marshmallows?
They're I think they're about the size of a Buckeye, if that tells you anything.
Nope.
What does it?
Like an Ohio State player?
CJ Stroud?
You never had a Buckeye before?
I mean,
what's a Buckeye?
What do you?
Those chocolate and peanut butter treats?
No.
I've never had
Oh my God!
No, I've never had one. No.
Peanut
Sherry
butter
Block, closed circuit to Sherry in Rochester. Please whoop some up for us and bring them on in. They're delicious, man.
Go on. Describe what
they're about this big.
I've never heard of that.
It's a chocolate.
Oh yeah, look them up. It's they're called Buckeyes, and they're chocolate and peanut butter, and they're the most delicious substance since ancient Greece.
Buckeye chocolate balls?
Thank you.
I have never
You know what
heard
they
of
look
that.
like? They look like
Oh, yeah.
They
I
look
believe
like
that. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
I've seen these before.
they look like pretzel bites in this photo.
Man, that looks
Oh, my God.
fantastic.
They look.
I love chocolate and peanut butter.
Me
I feel
too.
like I'm dreaming right now.
Yeah.
Because yesterday I was in line at Arby's. Don't ask.
It's okay that you went to Arby's.
I needed a Jamocha shake stat. You know what I mean? This is one of those
Only
moments
one
where you're
that
like,
has
I've been waiting for them to put him in the union.
Yeah, I mean,
Jamocha
Yeah.
State.
Yeah, man.
They didn't make the playoffs.
They did not. Damn it.
Anyway, and I saw those pretzel bites, and I thought to myself, they look just like Buckeyes. And now this
Yeah.
morning, at 8:10 in the morning,
Pretzel
you just-
bites are
Wow,
the
Zach
best.
said they look. Oh, man.
Great minds.
have you guys-
Pretzel bites with some cheese sauce, elite.
Nobody's listening to you. You guys listen to me.
All right, good, because I got to blow my nose.
When's the last time you guys had a Jamocha shake?
Oh, it's been too long.
They're still elite. By the way, this
Sounds
state
so good
uses
right
the
now.
word elite more than any state in the union. I guarantee it. Because
gotta
of
Probably
PJ
Fleck, yeah.
Everybody
Yeah,
says it
yeah.
now. Okay.
He
literally left.
Does Jamocha shake, does it have a mint? Is it a mint chocolate chip?
Oh, no, it's a coffee flavored.
Oh, hence the mocha.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. And they're awesome. And they're only at Arby's. They're so good.
Okay. Is there caffeine in it?
That's a great question. I don't think so.
Okay.
Did we talk about the snack wraps coming back?
What?
Do you guys hear
At
that?
Arby's?
We did. Didn't
At
we
McDonald's.
mention it? Yeah.
Oh.
They're back.
Yeah, they're back.
Wait,
They're coming back. They're not back
Sorry.
now.
Snack
chicken
wraps.
snack wraps?
2025.
Yeah.
Those are so good.
Yeah, those are
Delicious.
good. I had to go out and blow my nose. Who's had a Jamocha shake? Because I've never had one.
Are you
I'm not.
Yeah,
What?
I've never had one.
bastard?
Same.
Sorry, Daddy.
I feel betrayed.
I do too.
How?
Hello, good to see you.
Hey,
buddy.
what's good,
You
Saucy?
okay? Because we've been talking all
What'd
morning.
it do, man?
Hey, I will buy you one. But we're going to have to wait till
Are you going to
Arby's
send
opens.
Marney to get it? You'll pay Marney?
No, he's gonna Venmo you $50.
Yeah, they're $50, I heard. Yeah, he doesn't care.
Put me down for 2.
In case I want seconds.
Queso. Anyway,
I've not had a Jamocha shake, but I did have pretzel bites at a restaurant in Waconia last weekend.
brilliant.
And
Cool invite.
more than bites, they were the size of a
yeah.
giant Tootsie Roll, maybe? Or I don't know.
Let me see that.
But as I have stated before, and I apologize for
listening to
anyone
Two Live
who has
Crew?
to eat with me, I only like the skin of the
Whoa.
pretzel, and this was big enough that I
Those
could
are
sort of
hand-motion.
peel it.
Oh.
My groin.
So I peeled the pretzel bite, and then
European.
somebody
Look at
else
Hart's
ate the
reaction.
innards, and
Must
it
have
was
been a.
Whoa.
what a beautiful
Yes, they were.
marriage.
Look at Hawk.
It's
Just
so
eat the whole
doughy.
thing.
No, it's so doughy.
Peel it?
The
Yeah,
doughy.
but the skin on
No,
a
you put 'em
pretzel
in cheese.
bite
You know what? I'm gonna say this,
is
Mars.
tremendous. If somebody could make, like we make potato skins
Oh, so
from last
good.
week's initials, if somebody could make pretzel skins where the dough is not on the inside, just a small layer of it. Oh heavens! Go ahead, Hawk. Yeah.
We may be the perfect couple. Because I would like you to peel the skin off my pretzels.
Oh, my God.
And then
Just
I'll just eat the doughy
The
part.
innard, yeah.
I agree with you, Hawk.
I
I,
mean-
like
Anyway,
the
great
dough.
band.
No.
I like the
All of it is
the
good.
doughy innards
Doughy
are
Careful.
Innard Skinner.
yeah.
It's all good.
It,
Eat the whole thing.
Yeah.
The whole thing.
No, I hear where you coming from.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just saying there should be 3 options. The standard pretzel,
Sure.
the skin,
You
or the
got it.
innard. And then you could please everyone.
Yeah, you can pease everybody.
I think, the fun part of this is the word innard. I like the word innard.
Yeah.
And I don't use it much. As a sandwich shop, a couple of guys, Herbert and Gerberts or whatever.
Yes. Oh,
And
when they serve you
save
the innards.
Hey, Hawk, what kind of sandwiches do they have at that shop?
Okay. Everybody, take a deep breath. Let's not get canceled.
Innard Skinner. Anyway,
But at the other place, the Jimmy John's place,
Oh,
Never heard of it.
you can
So
you
good.
can ask them to save the innards.
I never do.
It sounds like a Sarah McLachlan.
Sounds like something else is being said.
Yeah. I will remember you.
We have to
Save
save the
innards.
innards.
Oh my God.
Well, there are two kinds of people: the kinds who like the innards and the kinds who don't.
Well, I'm sorry.
Oh.
He said innards. You knew what I was thinking, right?
That's what I was alluding to. Just
Embrace the suck.
Oh, we know which side Rosie's on.
You think it's funny?
I do. Paul.
Sorry, PA.
Hey, speaking of Chad Abbott, he told me that there's a major flaw in the meteorology thing, and that is it's a math that's a big part of that degree.
Yeah. That's
We got
tough.
calculators and computers for, baby.
Yeah.
Again, like what Marney was saying, if I can just be the showman.
Yes, exactly.
Those
Yeah,
are
The greatest show.
You have a your
Have the
stage
clicker,
show.
come up, be like, point at the stuff and the things.
You should audition.
And I'd like to work at like 11 where you actually have to go outside and, brave the elements with the forecast, not like all the other channels in this market that just stay inside.
Well,
I think Channel 9 is great.
Actually, I do like 9. Keith Marler,
Yeah, man, good dude.
Cody Matz.
I think it's Marlowe, but
No, it's no.
You guys are tight.
No, it's Ken Barlow and Keith Marler.
Oh, my
All right,
God.
I am a.
Whoa.
Don't you dare!
Yeah. Oh, God.
Relax, Sacco. Where's the poster? Let's go.
So dumb.
Can I read something to you guys and have you promise me that you're not going to comment?
Are you? Yeah.
I promise you.
You promised me, everybody.
I'm turning my mic off.
Because you guys started talking about just nonsense. So I was reading more about the chestnuts. And I'm going to read this because this is the truth. And I am not trying to get fired. I'm not trying to get anybody fired, and I'm not trying to offend anybody. I'm just reporting the news.
Okay.
We talked about those trees having a hard time with their chestnuts going bad.
Yeah, in the 1800s.
The larvae of the polyphag moth are among the species that did the most damage to the chestnut trees. Gray squirrels strip bark from the chestnut trees. Marney strips skin from pretzels.
It's true.
It's so weird.
The sulfur-crested cockatoo
My God.
damages branches.
It's the one for me.
You can't handle two of them.
No, Zach, relax.
By the way, have you flown into any
Wild
lights
Mountain?
lately, Zacho?
Right.
You flown towards any flames lately?
Whoa.
You don't mind a gray squirrel, right? You're not an ageist.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
I'm sure that's a typo.
Pirate?
You know it is. You know it is. You know it is.
I mean, there's.
God, you guys are weird.
Yeah, you guys are weird.
why you
Yeah,
guys are so weird.
totally.
Sports.
Oh, yeah. They announced the 4 Heisman finalists.
Yeah, man. Whoa. Somebody backing up.
Let's see how well.
Marnie's doing live sound effects over here.
Woo.
All right, I'm gonna quiz you, Hawk, because you love college football, and I think you can go 4 for 4. All right.
All right.
Dylan Gabriel plays for. He's a Big Ten quarterback.
Oregon.
You are correct. Travis Hunter plays for.
Miami. Colorado.
Never mind. This game's not fun anymore.
Miami of Colorado.
Cam Ward plays for.
Yeah, Miami. Sorry.
And Ashton
Kutcher.
Boise.
Genty?
Yeah.
Yes, you are correct. Those are your Heisman
I'm
finalists.
sorry. I'm looking at pictures of them, and I still got it wrong.
Yeah, those are your Heisman finalists. Ashton Genty should win it, the running back from Boise State. He should win it.
Yeah. I mean,
tell
if
you
he
what, though.
doesn't, I saw someone say it on Twitter, and I'm just stealing their take, but if he doesn't, I don't think a running back will ever win it again.
No, he has
2,000 yards.
2,497
Dude
yards
plays
and
both ways, man.
29 rushing touchdowns.
I honestly do think him and Hunter should share it, though, because
Yeah.
Hunter is a very unique
That's
talent.
never
He
happened.
might be
has
the
it?
number 1 pick.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever shared the Heisman? Has that ever
I
happened?
think it has before, right?
I don't know.
It's the Heisman Trophy then.
Oh, wow.
Zach, quit thinking.
I do think they should split it because they're both historic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't want to shortchange the other.
I don't know, man. I have a hard time not going with the kid who plays both ways. That's pretty
Yeah,
incredible.
Travis Hunter's great.
No.
Except he's going to end up in Jacksonville.
No, you can't,
No, it's
Idiot.
never been officially split between multiple.
There you go.
players.
Marnes
Money's still green wherever he goes.
Uh-huh.
and Yeah. Half
And
of
they
your
get a new
games
stadium.
are. Yeah.
The
And-
voting system does not allow for the votes.
And if you go to Jacksonville, half of your
To have
games are
co-winners.
tax-free.
Yeah, and you don't have to live there.
And your signing bonus. Let me ask you this question. People that might know the answer better than I would. Marnes, I think
So
you
you're
would know
asking
the
every person in the world?
Everybody but me, yeah. If you, let's say, like Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall pick in Jacksonville, gets his signing bonus and it's all up front, right? He plays for Jacksonville. That is in Florida, an income tax-free state.
Yeah,
is
that's what I'm saying.
all of that money no income tax if it's a signing bonus? Know what I mean? Like, as you know, Martin, it's like if you play for the Timberwolves, which you play in New York, you pay New York taxes for that game, right?
Yes.
So if you sign a signing
yeah,
bonus
good point.
in Florida and all that money is up front, is all of that money income tax free?
From the state, federally, you still pay.
Sure, but it's all, there's no state income
No.
tax on a signing bonus.
No, and it's
think
actually a
that doesn't-
bigger deal in the NHL because the pay obviously is compared to the other leagues is so low that the margins are so much higher, and that's why teams like Vegas are getting ahead of teams like Edmonton, where you go to Canada and everything everything is taxed up there, where Vegas you're not getting anything, and so it's interesting with the NFL too. It's if you have that option, which you won't because they'll get drafted, but that's one of those reasons why. Just right now, Jacksonville doesn't sound great, but with the new stadium and they're building up a team again, a culture.
You don't want to give teams a competitive advantage in a league because of the state's tax laws. So I would guess there are checks and balances within NFL, NHL, and
Well, there isn't in the NHL, and that's one thing that they're talking about
fixing.
But the teams that there's so many teams that don't have those advantages, that don't want to vote on that don't want any changes, and I'm not familiar, Max. Are you with anything in the NFL with that either? I don't think there is any checks and balances.
No, I don't think there is. I think in the NBA too, because I remember certain people trying to get recruiting players to Texas and being like, "Hey, you get more money here because of taxes." So I don't think there is like checks and balances for it.
I know there an interesting way to manipulate that a little bit is like several Twins players for the last 50 years, because their spring training is in Florida. And they are required to be in Florida for a length of time.
6 months and 1 day.
Can, yes, have your residency be Florida versus Minnesota. So in baseball, you can kind of work around it.
Yeah, and other players, other athletes,
And you have, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I apologize, but I have a question. I've always wondered about this. Like, you can't just own the house in Florida. You have to physically be in the state of Florida.
Yes.
So how do they prove that? I don't mean to be an idiot. I'm sorry. How do they prove that you were there for 6 months and 1 day? Like, if I bought a house in Florida and said, I was there the whole time, but I wasn't really, how do
Good
they?
question.
But I also, like, if you, let's say 6 months and 1 day, you did this show from Florida.
Which we know somebody who does.
Yeah, Bernard. Yeah,
right,
I wonder how that works.
I don't know.
I
But
think they
it's
look
what a
at-
great idea.
It's
Right.
a good question for somebody who, obviously we know people who
Well,
do
Tim
that.
Isaac could know.
I haven't done
If I
taxes in
recall
25 years.
correctly,
Don't say that.
if they go after you, like they'll look at like receipts. If you have like receipts, bank, if you're
okay.
charging,
Yeah.
if you're
Right.
buying
McDonald's.
McDonald's
But
at
what if
2
I gave,
o'clock in the
like, you're
morning.
getting
What if I
Jamocha
gave
shake
Todd
and
Cronbush a debit card and said, hey, use this to buy gas anytime you want? And it was my.
Well,
you know what I mean?
So you're going next level. You're buying the house in
I'm thinking
Florida
about
and not
cheating
living
the
there.
government,
You're
Marn.
sending
Okay.
a
Your
debit
mic's
card
on.
to Tom Nutbush and telling him
It's
to use it.
Chrombush, please.
Well, but Tom, I'll get one too. I like that guy.
According to some sources, they do track where you spend the money.
Yeah. So that would be my yes. Sorry about your
I like the scheme.
yeah.
And so what are the states where I don't have to pay?
Nevada, Florida,
Tennessee.
Texas.
But what is their
But
tax
is there a
on
good state that I can-
clothing?
Right.
I mean, you're living a good life right here,
And no
buying
food.
all your
There's no
Western
tax on-
cowboy shirts.
Every one of
Wow.
those places you just mentioned, I'll never wear clothing. It's too hot. Texas ain't so bad in some spots.
Nevada, New Hampshire,
Tennessee.
South
I can't live in Nevada.
Dakota.
I might as well just.
South
Dakota.
Dakota.
Dakotas.
Dakota's what?
South Dakota.
Okay, that's it. That's it. That solves it. I'm moving to South Dakota for 6 months and 1 day every year. And
Tom Nutbush is getting a debit card.
good old Tommy and
Wow. My God.
that's what I call him.
That's a Tina Turner song, Nutbush City Limit.
That's
Great song, by the way.
Not a
Yes,
thing.
Great
Nutbush
song.
City Limit.
Man, she was the queen. I love her.
Oh my
was
God,
awesome.
it is.
What? Oh yeah. You don't know the song?
No.
If I played
Nutbush
it, you would
City
know it.
Limits. Oh,
Yeah, if
we
I played
can't
it.
play it, can we?
No.
Can I sing it?
Yeah, please do it.
Nutbush City Limits.
Oh, I do know it now.
Yeah, we're no closer to knowing it than we were 5 seconds ago.
Marney.
But I do have button bar of you saying Nutbush now. What's that in your front room?
Oh,
Not the beaver.
I know, correct.
The big knockers.
Oh,
Rouse.
little lower.
Okay, listen. Everybody straighten up.
all right.
Jonathan Greenard's on next. We'll talk to him about football and stuff. And I have other things I want to talk to you guys about as well, because there's other things going on in the world. Like, for instance, you want to know one of them?
Yeah.
What time is it? Holy crap, we're really late.
Okay, bye.
No, I'll tell you when
Yeah.
I come back. What? About Nutbush City Limit? Because I have a question to you guys, because this guy found
Your mic's
$1.7
on.
million about, this guy found $1.7 million in cocaine. What would you do if you found that?
I mean, let's, I mean, do you want my honest answer?
Yeah. You'd try to sell it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'd do a few rails
Yes.
and then I'd be just start smoking cigarettes and then I'd sell it. Yeah. You have to sample, make sure it's not like baby powder.
And whispers on kitten.
They make it
I'd
100?
probably whip up a batch of cookies because I would think it's flour.
Well, then, yeah, then you'd be grinding your teeth real bad.
I'd
Crack cookies?
I'd probably go down to Deja Vu and make it snow. You know what I mean?
You could do that.
You know what I mean?
I know what you mean.
I do. I did get it. Thanks.
All right, we'll straighten up, I swear. Jonathan Greenard next. Patrick Mush on the thing.
These are a few of my favorite.
Ladies and gentlemen, momentarily we'll be hearing from Jonathan Greenard on your Minnesota Vikings morning show, the Power Trip Morning Show right here on the Fan. But right now, Lisa Spell Lambert.
Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. We're dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. All the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to sing a sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was lean and lank.
Quit bragging.
Misfortune seemed his lot. We got into a drifting bank, and then we got upset. Jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bell, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Yay! Here comes the best part. Dashing through the fields of white on this happy Christmas night. Off we go through the snow. Bells are ringing. We'll be singing jingle bell, jing jangle. Jingle bell, jing jangle. Jingle bell, jing jangle. Jingle bell, jing jangle. Jingle bell, jangle bell. All the way on a one-horse open sleigh.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.
Sauce.
Barbara Streisand, Woodhawk.
1,000%.
Did me say what I said a little bit ago?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has a mall in her home. That's
All
true.
of them?
A mall.
Oh,
Well, that doesn't do you any good at all. Does she have to work there herself? Does she underpay herself?
Oh,
how's the food court?
Probably pretty good.
Jonathan Greenard's going to call unless he just heard that.
Is there an Auntie Anne's at
I want to go to
Barbra
the
Streisand Mall?
Sbarro.
Jonathan Greenard's going to call in a minute. And
I
talk
quit
to us
listening because it's
Vikings.
not about me anymore.
You did a good job, and you're out of breath.
Yeah,
That was
thanks.
excellent.
It's really good.
I love
Savant
that.
like.
Jingle
Yeah,
jangle
I've been
part.
listening to that my whole life. That's my mom's favorite Christmas song.
Not anymore.
Not anymore, no. She just chucked the record out the window. I love that song.
I like when you close your eyes. 'cause
Yeah, I have.
you
You get
are
really
so
into it.
into
Concentrate.
Well, and even
Yeah.
there was the pause, and you went
Yeah.
off the mic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the whole performance down.
Well, as we wait for the lovely and talented Jonathan Greenard to call, on Christmas Day, for those of you who love Wicked the movie as much as I love Wicked the movie, there's the hotline right there. So you pick it up like this. Hold on. I'm showing Dick how to do the paint.
Hey?
Perfect. I'm going to put you
What
on
if
hold.
Jonathan
Bring it
Grenard
down.
said,
Thank
"Is
you.
your refrigerator running?"
Yeah.
And then just hung up.
And then you go like this, over here to this right here, and you press that right there. And then I turn them up right here. Jonathan Greenard, how are you, sir?
I'm good. How you doing?
We're really, really happy to have you. And man, I got to tell you, we were talking about it this morning, and we're trying to just enjoy the season because what a shock, what a wonderful, wonderful shock for everybody out there who doubted the Vikings to be 11-2 and having such a great season. And you guys just flat dominated Atlanta on Sunday. So well done. Congratulations. Thank you, sir.
I appreciate it. I appreciate that.
Hey, Jonathan, what did that hit that Dallas Turner had on Kirk Cousins kind of do to the tone for you guys in that early in the first quarter of that game?
Yeah, now looking back at it, it actually was pretty big. Just knowing how, like, the intensity of it, Dallas has been doing a really good job as a team and just trying to get better at the playbook, get better with his technique, in general, just being a better pro in general, just understanding how to maintain this league. And for him to come out there and just execute the game plan, with not many snaps already, as we all know so far, he just went out there and just dominated, man. And we just seen how, with that type of intensity, with that type of mentality that he had going into it, I mean, we could all feed off of that. So it was really good for us, really big in the game.
Speaking of a game plan, how much does it help that you guys have already played Chicago when you prepare for Monday night's game?
Yeah, it's good and bad because, it's good because you understand what they're going to be running. It's bad because, the same places you probably struggled to stop last time, you have to stop them again. So, then obviously when you're playing, Caleb Williams, a guy like that who's, can make a lot of plays on them, whether it's using his legs, his arm or his eyes. A lot of those things, definitely help him out. And I know that we definitely going to have to lock back in because it's going to be a really, really big game for us because it's one of those where we really need these. So we need every single one we can get at this point. But within the division, obviously Monday night, we obviously went into their house and beat them. We know we're definitely trying to come and do the same.
Nardog, we have not talked to you since you were named NFC Defensive Player of the Month. Congratulations.
I appreciate that.
Awesome, fantastic, and a real reflection of your work and the defense as a whole, and even zooming out more of the team. So all of that recognized, yes. How are you told that you won that award? Like, how is the news delivered to you, and what is physically the award?
So for this one, I honestly never won it before, so I didn't know. I literally was leaving out of our meetings, our defensive meetings, and then everybody's like, "Congrats, JZ," or "Congrats." I'm just sitting there like, "What y'all talking about?" Like, what y'all? I literally had no idea. But then I just kept checking the phone, and I seen like a couple of people off the staff would tell me, and then obviously they let me know then. So more so I think other people found out before me. I haven't seen like any hardware or anything as far as like what would I get for it, but just the recognition itself is already good enough for me, just because I definitely worked my tail off for this game, and I put a lot into it, and it means a lot to me. So to get recognized like that, obviously for my play, and obviously we've been winning, being a crucial part, I love that, and I love that the team and people around the league felt the same way. So it's a great feeling.
Yeah, it's been great to have you again. Jonathan Greenard is our guest. Jonathan, you going back to Dallas Turner for a moment, you said something that really kind of stuck with me, and I was wondering about this. You are a third-round draft pick. Obviously, he was a first-round draft pick. So, but I would guess obviously there's a lot of pressure on you, probably mostly self-imposed in your rookie season. But for a guy who's a first-round draft pick, it's got to be even more. How much of a struggle was it for you as a rookie to come in and learn and live up to expectations?
Yeah, honestly, expectation is all, it's whatever you put, it's like what you put in your mind, and it's really from what you see on the outside and what you kind of like really pay attention to. So for myself, I was coming in during COVID, so I honestly didn't know where I was going to even work out at just because the gyms where everything was shut down. So I was worried about getting in shape and then worrying about the playbook. I'm pretty sure Other guys probably had different mentalities, but my main thing was just making sure I could just be the best version that the team needed me to be. Whether me just making sure my number was ready, making sure that I knew everybody's jobs in the defense from the top down, from the DBs all the way down to the D linemen, just so they can make my job easier. So. Dallas is doing an amazing job so far, just understanding how to learn his defense and how to make himself play faster, understand where he could fit in certain gaps, and when he could take a shot. And this past game was really good for him, just so he can really truly understand that. Pat Jones went down, so he had to step up a really good bit and take those reps that we need. Obviously, we need a breather, or just for us to just make more explosive plays to keep us fresh. So Dallas did an amazing job, and like I said, I can't really speak from a first-round perspective, just because I know that's a whole different ball game. But at the end of the day, it's still ball, and I know the expectation of being in the league is like no other. Just because you have to be at your best 100% of the time, just so that way you can give yourself the best chance and give your team the best chance to win. But I think he's handling it well. He's going to continue to just get better. Like I said, I wasn't surprised at all whenever I seen him get the opportunities and knowing that he was going to go in there with the mindset to make plays. And boy, did he do that. He was setting the edge really good, chasing down backside of the runs and just making a lot of tackles on that aspect. And then obviously when he had the big hit on Kurt, it definitely set a really good tone for us. But I'm excited to see what else he can build off of it. And I won't be letting up on it because he has a lot in there that we're going to get out of, sure.
Talking with Jonathan Greenard of the 11-2 red-hot Minnesota Vikings. Jonathan, one of the cool things that the Vikings do is they let us into that locker room after the game with those videos of KOC's post-game speeches. And one of the things he says a lot in those speeches is he says, as I told you guys in a previous day or earlier in that day, I just want to know, what is he like in preparation up to the game, and then what does he do before the game? What are those speeches like when the cameras aren't there and when you guys are just as a team together?
Yeah, most people kind of think that KO's like always on edge, like, after the game he is, more like his post-game speeches. But he's kind of channeling in a different ways throughout the week. I mean, most of the time throughout the week, he leaves it to us, with flow to deal with the defense. And, he treats us like pros. He expects us, and it's an expectation around here, that we all handle things as if, we've been here before, we don't pay attention to what they've been saying before the season. So, we pretty much been preparing the same way throughout the entire season, no matter what the success or what they were talking about. So KO just makes sure that, we're always prepared. He's always going to make sure that we're in the best situations. That's for all of our coaches when they are setting up the game plan. But when it's time to go, obviously when we have our team meetings on Wednesday, we talk about obviously the opponent, and then we have another one on that Friday to just, pretty much solidify everything. And then, he comes and talks to the defense on Saturday, just to give like an overview of everything and kind of just what he expects out of us. And, and that's the best thing about being here is just let us be pros at the end of the day. Once we talk about the game plan, everybody knows how to play ball and everybody knows how to execute. And I always say before, people have the mindset of wanting to run through a brick wall for KO and not wanting to let him down because, we can see the fire. He's been there and done it. He's also telling us, giving us the answers to the test. It's just a matter of believing in and buying into it and just making sure that we execute at a high level and hold everybody else to that standard too. So, KO's always been great for that. And that's why I think you've seen a lot of our success, and he's had a lot of success obviously early on. So, we're going to continue to build. And I think, we wouldn't have anybody better, leading us into war than KO.
25 years ago, the Pro Bowl meant a ton. It was, they actually played a football game. Does being named a Pro Bowler still have the same ring to it, even though it's basically like two-hand touch and volleyball?
Yeah, man, I think it's still a great honor. Just because it's, from myself, I was watching, everybody else knows what the true meaning of it was, even back then when it actually was a game. But man, it's an amazing accolade. I think that, anytime you get recognized and you're up there with the best of the best around the entire league, at their respective positions, I think that it's a blessing. I think it's a huge honor, even though it's been changed. But I know a lot of guys for sure, they definitely look forward to the all-pro stuff because it's kind of like, I guess, more of a serious meaning because of it's voted on by the peers and people who are actually truly watching the game. But for myself, I love to see how many people of your supporters out there actually vote for you, want to see you out there on there with the best of the best and think that you're the best of the best. So I love it, man. I think it's going to be a great thing, and definitely would love to see who all can make it, obviously, from our team down there, too, for the game.
Jonathan, I was listening to an interview that Harrison Smith did with Paul Allen after the game, And Harry was talking about the chemistry on this team and how much everyone gets along. And Harrison described it by saying, let me put it to you this way. I look forward to going to the facility on a Wednesday, not just showing up at the stadium for game day on Sunday. He was like, that's a really big deal to look forward to spending time with these guys in the middle of the week. Is that a fair way to describe the chemistry and just the likability of this team, and also how rare and special is that?
Yeah, anytime you get Hitman to say that, I mean, a guy who's been on, he's been, I'm showing his age, who's been here forever, and been with different teams and had different players on the team and understanding like what types of team are have the traits to be a very good team. And when he sees that, man, and I see him in the locker room laughing from the guys who've been here, for it's the older guy like Depot who's been here, or a young rookie like Dallas, or a young rookie just anybody in general. There's nobody that he's not, going to talk to. So, he hit it right on the head. I mean, it's literally that every day. You never can have a bad day just because somebody's going to crack a joke or somebody's going to say something or do something, and it just lightens up the mood because, in these moments, I've been on teams where we don't win, and this is my first time having 11 wins. You need to cherish these moments. You need to have fun and actually remember these moments and be in the moment because they don't come often. It's so hard to win double-digit games in this league. And then obviously to make it to where we are and obviously still being healthy and still making a lot of these plays with, having the run that we are, you got to enjoy it. And I think when I see Hitman having a smile on his face every morning, cracking a joke or something like that and laughing with us, it's amazing. And it just makes us be able to play freely, be ourselves, because if he can do it being here as long as he's been and done what he's done in the league, man, it makes everybody else play better.
Jonathan Greenard I start the show every morning by saying this, and I'll say it and I mean it, man. We are so glad you're here. Thanks for being a Minnesota Viking, man. We're having so much fun. We can't wait to see you on Monday Night Football right here on Monday night at US Bank Stadium and on the Fan. So thank you for always calling in. We'll talk to you hopefully next Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what the schedule looks like for you.
For sure. It's going to be a good one. Can't wait to see you.
Take care, man. Thank you.
Thanks,
the
Nard Dog.
best.
There he goes. Jonathan Greenard.
He's the best.
That's great.
He allows
Yeah.
Marney to call him Nard Dog.
Yeah. He's yet to correct her.
Yeah, he's never said a word about it.
Yeah, no.
I don't think anybody ever has ever called him that except for Marney. And he loves it.
How do you not? Anyway, I feel like that this particular Vikings team is full of guys like that.
Yeah.
Like,
Easy to root for.
yes, it is an easy to root for team. We got guys doing white chick celebrations, and
How about that?
we got a redheaded quarterback, and they're just a bunch of likable human beings.
That's your other example.
Right.
You know what I mean? Top of the head stuff.
Literally.
What's happening? Hawk?
We got 11 wins.
11 of them. And we're going to get
11.
one next week.
Yeah, they'll win on
Monday Night Football's
Monday,
electric,
yeah.
man. And I'll tell
the
you
Bears
what.
are terrible.
I'll tell you what we needed.
They've quit.
We needed to whoop somebody's ass.
And they're
like we
gonna-
did last Sunday.
They're going to whoop somebody's ass
Seriously,
on Monday.
I think this team
Chicago
needed
was Chicago. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead, please. I made my point. Go
But
ahead.
Chicago has quit because they know this is the difference between having an interim head coach is they know that guy won't be the head coach because of how popular that job is going to be because of what it has. It has a lot of people think one of the best young quarterbacks, and the guy coaching that team knows even if they win out, he's not going to be the head coach. They quit. We watched it, Maxo.
Right.
They quit against San Francisco on Sunday.
It's like
they
the
don't
reverse
care
of
Yeah.
the Vikings. The vibes are all bad there.
All bad.
Nobody wants to play together.
Yeah.
They all know it's all discombobulated.
Keenan Allen will be
Yeah.
gone. Roma Dunze's a good player, but the rest it's over for that team because the head coach now, the interim head coach, is just dead man walking.
So again, Monday Night Football right here on this radio station. Looking forward to it. And I think, again, it's a big thing that we came out and played the way we did. And the fact that our quarterback is so confident.
He's so good,
It's
man.
unbelievable how
And
well he's playing right now.
He's been red hot since that Jacksonville game.
And Jordan Addison had one more yard
Right.
than JJ.
Right.
I mean,
one more
talk
touchdown.
about spreading the ball back and forth.
Yeah.
And just what a great
TJ
game.
Hawkinson didn't touch the ball till the second half.
I mean, there's only so many balls
Right,
to go around.
right. That's what your sister says.
No, that's what Zach's wearing a T-shirt.
Zach, why do you wear that T-shirt? You know you're going to be on
That's
camera.
ain't good. I'm not trying to
selling
make
them.
a political statement.
State
but
Fair T-shirt.
We know
That's right around the corner, by the
by
way.
Monday.
Don't say that.
That'll be here before.
Is there a
we know
good
it.
chance, like Sunday, like we'll clinch a playoff spot on Sunday?
Yeah.
Okay, so we won't
I
probably
think
need
we're-
that one
I
on
would
Monday.
guess we're at the point where if they just win one more game, they're
There
in.
were scenarios this weekend that we could have made the
Yeah,
playoffs.
we needed.
right.
What
Yeah.
was it, Max? They needed.
I think Seattle.
Seattle
or
did win, but
Arizona.
they needed the Bills to beat the Rams.
Yeah,
say,
that's right. Yeah.
And
They
yeah,
should have. Yeah, right. Did anybody watch the Simpsons game last night?
I watched a
Watched
little
I saw
of it.
clips.
yeah.
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
clips.
A+, and the
Was
reason
it?
why is Mina Kimes is a huge Simpsons rube, and she had so many like great bits. From that standpoint,
She's
it
the
was
best.
great.
Yes,
From
I
that
agree.
standpoint,
Yeah.
like the production of it wasn't that good. Yeah, it was.
It was
but
kind of
Mina Kimes was great.
confusing.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Because like I watched at the beginning because I was really curious about it. I watched probably 10 minutes leading up to the game and then maybe the first 10 minutes of the game. That first touchdown pass,
From Bart
was in-
Starr?
Bart Starr.
I couldn't think of who it was either, so go ahead.
Bart Simpson.
so it was Bengals and they threw it to the right corner of the end zone. He was wide open for a touchdown.
Probably
But
Jamar Chase.
so I think it happened in real time, and then a couple minutes later, it happened on the Simpsons game. Obviously, they can't do
Yeah.
it at the same time.
Has to be generated.
So
It's like a minute and a half
on
delay.
the
No, I mean, they're
Simpsons
doing it
game,
live.
They subbed. Okay, Zach.
No, I just want to say, they don't even have.
My God, the
No, I'm
Hunt
just saying, I just want to say it's cool. It's cool that they're they're doing this.
I got to get my point out.
Sorry.
They subbed
Amen.
in Homer Simpson as the
Houdinis?
quarterback. So Homer Simpson threw the touchdown pass, and I was like, I thought it was the actual NFL players sort of
Simpson
in
5.
Simpson. Yeah, but then Homer subbed in to make the throw.
Oh, wow.
So then that
And
really
Bart
threw
was
me.
the
And-
opposite team's quarterback, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
and
it was a
then-
dream. So
Yeah.
you can make it work any way you want to. But I thought the puns that they had
Were great.
yes, those were great. And if you're a big Simpsons fan, they had a lot of deep cuts. They had
Yeah.
Mo
All of
Sislak
them.
was over
Yeah.
doing stuff in his voice. That stuff was cool. But the game itself, I was like,
The best bit that
right.
came out of Twitter is I lost my fantasy championship on a Ralph Wiggum touchdown. That's just brilliant.
That's a great
Yeah.
That's very cool. Nice job, everybody. Marnie, thank you for coming in. It was so great to have
Hey,
you.
thanks
Thank
for
you
the coffee.
No, thank
Appreciate
you.
that.
Thank you. Thank you for all that you do for this Power Trip Morning Show. We love you.
okay, love you.
Why'd you say it like that?
Well,
for?
I mean, I'm just.
We weren't the ones that looked up fake tags.
I appreciate you letting me be a part of this. Ricochet to all, and to all a good night.
Amen, sister. Let's go to the casino.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Merry Christmas to us. Maxo, Zaxo, Derek, and Saucy. Thank you guys.
Love y'all.
Thanks,
Love you.
boys.
Oh.
Love y'all.
Hey, everybody remember, man, I know this is kind of silly to say, but it's Christmas time. Whatever you celebrate, it's a time to feel good. So try to feel good. Take care of each other, but don't forget, you got to take care of yourself first. Have a great day, everybody.
Everybody have a wonderful day.
I love you, Abigail. Have a great day.